Hello everyone, my name is Lané and I'm a customer success manager at CX Experts. Today I'm going to be taking you through how to set up and implement Co-pilot on your Zendesk instance. In my opinion, this is one of the easiest add-ons to implement, so let's get started. So let's start with what Zendesk Co-pilot is. It's a set of AI features that is designed to help make your agents as efficient as possible. At this current point, there's about 14 features in total, and for a more detailed version about what each of them does, please go check out our article in our Help Center. You can find everything you need right here in the Admin Center, so head there first. By going to this Overview Copilot page, we can see exactly which features are currently turned on or off. And to turn on any of these features, you can simply click on it and it will redirect you to the correct page. Most of them live on this specific page, so let's begin there. Let's begin with Auto Assist. This is the feature that requires the most input from our end, but can also be one of the most beneficial features. So simply make sure this box is ticked and then select which groups you want to have access to this feature. The first thing we need to do is to go and create a trigger. For this trigger, we need to make sure that the tag Agent Copilot Enabled is added to every single ticket that is created. Without this tag present, Auto Assist will not work. Auto Assist works hand in hand with something we call procedures. They live in your help center and they provide your agents with accurate responses and actions to take in order to solve their queries successfully. So let's look at how to create a procedure. The easiest way to do this is to copy the information from your current SOPs, paste that into a tool like ChatGPT or Gemini, and ask it to write a procedure for you based on these steps we see on the right hand side. You can then just copy and paste it right back into the procedure here. Remember to give it a name and also click on Publish. Another cool feature is that we can select which brands we want this procedure to be applied to. So let's head back to the admin center. Now that Auto Assist is turned on and functional, we can move on to some of the other features. Let's look at the next one, Suggested First Replies. Again, we can just tick the box and select which groups have access to this feature. No other work needs to be done here since they are all based on generative AI, macros, and Help Center content. The next one is suggestions for tickets to merge. This will show up if the same requester submitted multiple tickets about the same query. Next, let's tick the box to show similar tickets. This feature shows us previously solved tickets that answer similar questions to the one you are currently dealing with. And lastly, for suggestions, we can now generate live suggestions during phone calls. These answers are based on your Help Center content as well. And again, we can select which groups we want to have access to this feature. Next up, we have our writing tools. First, we have the communication guidelines. These do need to be set up and created by us first. We can then manage things like our writing style, our tone, words that should and shouldn't be used, and it can help guide your agents during their responses. Then we have the enhanced writing tool, which is a fan favorite amongst agents. This can be used to either make your message more friendly, more formal, expand or simplify, or you can use the custom text box where you can ask it to do just about anything. Anything from translations to adding puns to rewriting it in a specific kind of tone. The next one is a pretty simple one. We can now decide if we want our knowledge base articles to be translated or not, as well as excluding certain terms or words from these translations if we decide to enable it. The last one on this page is our ticket context. By checking these boxes, we will add these elements onto our tickets to make them visible to our agents. Starting with the summary. The top checkbox will only include public replies in the summary, but we also now have the option to include internal notes in that summary as well. And then we can decide if we want the intent and the sentiment to show in the header of the ticket or not. And as always, please remember to click Save after you are done. So let's head back to our overview page. There are a couple more features we need to enable. So we'll start with the suggested macros. Clicking on this link will take you straight to the settings page. And here we want to click and check the last box to display suggested macros. This will suggest the three best macros for this specific ticket based on previous macro usage. Next, we'll look at quick answers. Clicking on this link will take you straight to the context panel page, and right at the bottom, you will see the checkbox to enable quick answers. These answers are AI generated and based on your Help Center content. The last one we need to enable is our Intelligent Triage. The triage is referring to our intent, sentiment, and language, but we also have the additional entity feature available as well. So for intent, sentiment, and language, they all get enabled in the exact same way. So let's look at one together. You can just click on the feature you want to enable, and in your settings, make sure that you tick the first box, which will detect that element in your tickets, and then also decide if you want dynamic detection enabled or not. Dynamic detection is essentially going to update that feature, whether it's a sentiment or intent or language, based on the latest interaction. Then we also have the ability to decide which channels we want these features to be enabled on. And then lastly, we can also decide if we want exclusion conditions to be present or not. And as always, please remember to click Save after you are done. Finally, let's look at the entity feature. This allows you to detect unique information on your tickets, which you can then use to populate custom ticket fields. Again, this is something that we would need to go create and set ourselves. And there we go. Now your Copilot add-on is live and functional. If you ever have any questions or need some guidance, please remember that you can click on this help icon in the top right corner where you can search the Help Center for more information that you might need. And at the very, very last, always remember to regularly check your metrics and recommendations to see if there's anything you can do to help improve the Copilot functionality. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to check out the other videos on our channel and visit our Help Center for more content. See you next time.